here. I'm the owner of Elite Life Supplies and Training, and today I have Kris with me. So Kris is my accountant from Wiseman Accountants.
Hi everyone, how are you?
So we're coming to do this video today because there is so much online that is misinterpreted, or people aren't quite understanding like things about their taxes, ABNs, when to do BAS and everything like that. So this video today is to help you. So if you are running a business, whether you're in the lash industry, beauty industry or anything, these questions and answers will be on that broad.
We'll hopefully clear up a few misconceptions.
Yeah, that's it.
Put you a little bit at ease as well with tax. It is a complex topic and one that is different for everybody, so not one size fits all, but there are a lot of general rules and things that apply that hopefully we can clear up today, Jess.
Yeah, cool. Alright, so I did put a poll up on Instagram and I have asked quite a few ladies what you sort of wanted to ask. So I'm going to read the questions and then me and Kris are going to talk about it as well. So our next question is sole trader, company or a trust?
Very good question. And now,
three different types.
Yeah, there are three different types of business structures you can have. And the short answer probably is it's different for everybody in your circumstances. So
depends, are you saying like it depends on industry or just the circumstances of the business?
Yeah, it depends on industry, it depends on your individual family circumstances, it depends on what wealth you've got outside of your business as well before you start it. So some industries won't allow you to operate in a trust. They're very few. They are few and far between, thankfully, but there are pros and cons of each structure as well. So, as mentioned as one of the questions previously, a sole trader actually has no asset protection. It is the cheapest form of business structure to trade in and administer as well. So it just becomes a schedule as part of your individual tax return. So you are the business as a sole trader.
One question, when you're talking about asset protection, what exactly are you meaning? Like, I know what you mean, but when you're saying asset protection, if you're a sole trader, that means that asset protection, if someone was to sue you, that means that they can come after your personal assets.
Correct. So if you have good insurance and you're not negligent and you haven't been trading while insolvent, or you've basically been doing the right thing and intending to do the right thing, most of the time it'll stop at your insurance. But however, there are cases where you may be liable personally, and that puts your personal assets at risk.
So if you own a home or
car,
anything like that,
share portfolio, whatever it may be.
That's exactly right.
Now with a trust, they're great as well. There's a little bit more asset protection in a trust.
Versus a company, you mean?
Yeah, just the trust by itself. But generally, what we would do, and it's best practice, very common, you would set up the trust, and the boss of the trust is called a trustee, and you'd want that to be a company. So this company would be a shell company. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't need to do a tax return, and that provides you the asset protection. So a company has the same rights as like we do as individuals. It can open a bank account in its own name. It can get loans. It can get credit cards in its own name. So it's a separate legal entity is what it's known as. So knowing which one of those structures works best for you is a difficult one to answer until it's got to be tailor-made for you essentially. So sole traders there's nothing wrong with those as long as you know that the asset protection isn't available. They're cheap to administer. The accounting costs, the ongoing costs with a sole trader are far less. They're much less complex.
I would honestly, sorry to stop you there, Kris. I would honestly, I know this video is to help everyone, but if you're in the beauty industry, I would 100% recommend having a company. I personally have a company with a trust in it. So I'm the trustee and I direct the company where to go. I have that for the asset protection because obviously I've got a mortgage, I've got a home, and if anything happens, obviously I do training, but I have insurance for that, all different kinds of insurance. But I would rather have a company that's going to protect my assets.
That's right. And
that's how I trade.
Yeah, and a company, they're not foolproof. There are things that you can still, they can what they call tear down the corporate veil.
Yeah. And they're not that expensive to set up.
They aren't, no.
Like, what's a company?
So a general company setup, it depends. If you go through ASIC and you don't get any advice, I think the ASIC fees are around about $500-600, whatever
That's
it
if
is.
you do it yourself.
That's if you do it yourself through ASIC. Generally, I wouldn't recommend that because you've got, you know, critical roles to decide who plays what. You've got to decide who's director of the company, who's the company secretary, who are the shareholders, who the public officer is, all these things, and that they're the people who are at risk, excluding the shareholders, of course. The shareholders can't lose any more than what they pay for the shares to begin with, but those roles are critically important, and it's worth spending that extra $400 to get that advice and have someone do it for you and tailor it for you. So
because that's what it is. Like a trust in a company is tailored for you.
It is, and you can run your business out of the trust. You can run your business out of the company. So generally,
I run mine out of the trust.
You do, just
See, he's my he knows everything.
And that's
I just go, Kris, what am I doing?
Now, with a trust, they're very similar to a sole trader in a sense that you can take money out quite easily.
You don't have to take it out. So with a company, you
have
to take it out as wages, a loan, or dividends.
You listen to me.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Whereas a trust, you can take money out. So if like my husband's company, we could only take it out wages, dividends, or a loan. Whereas my company with a trust inside of it, I can take money out. So I can go to the ATM, take $200 out if I go to groceries, and then that's owner drawings. So it's different. But that's what was best for me when setting up.
Absolutely. And
I did start as a sole trader, but I progressed on.
And normally you will, and the trigger to probably move into one of those different structures can be when you GST register.
That's when I moved over.
Unless of course asset protections are concerned and you want to move sooner. But generally speaking, your accountant will advise you which one's the right structure for you, and those structures, they can really help minimise the growing pains with your business. So it is important to get it right. Like Jess said, some are better for some people than others. So taking money out is a very big consideration to take on. Because you don't always want to be taxed on that like you would be in a company. So that's a very complex question to ask. But do seek advice. Don't go it alone. Do your own research, of course. Just so you have an opinion, and
it's always good to do research with anything, but obviously there's a lot of misinformation on Google as well.
Be careful who you trust, but definitely make sure you get that advice, because if you get that structure right, it's going to save you a lot of headaches down the track, because restructuring is something that can be very costly. It can be very complex as well once the business gets established and becomes worth money. So I do definitely recommend getting that tailored approach. It costs you a little bit more, but it is an investment in your business.
Yeah, definitely. 100% recommend that as well.
Cool. So thanks for watching, everyone, and hope you've really enjoyed and got some valuable information out of the video. And I commend Jess for having the initiative to do this. It's really helps you set your business apart from the rest, and this is just one of the little extra things that Jess does as part of her service. So
essentially, we're here to help as well. Like, I don't know everything, but I've been in business for a few years, and it is important to have an accountant, a good accountant, and to obviously help where we can.